Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about low level design of Tic Tac Toe game. Okay, so this is very important topic if you guys are preparing for system design interviews. Okay, so this question is must for that. Okay, so before starting, let's first understand what is this Tic Tac Toe game. Okay, so here let's suppose there are two users who are playing this game. One is let's suppose Rohit, okay, and the next other user is let's say Virat. Okay, so now in this game let's suppose whenever Rohit is going to play this game he is going to use 0. Okay, and whenever Virat is going to play this game he is going to use cross. Okay, so first let's suppose it's Rohit's turn. Okay, so let's suppose Rohit adds 0 here. Okay, and in next turn Virat adds cross here. In next turn let's suppose Rohit adds 0 here, and in next turn let's suppose that Virat add x here. Okay, cross here. Then in the next turn if Rohit adds 0 here, okay, then in that case Rohit is going to win the game because in this complete row all zeros are there, right? Right? Okay, so here whoever, okay, Rohit or Virat, whoever forms the combination of all zeros or all crosses in complete row, okay, any row, okay, or any column, okay, like this, or diagonally. Okay, so let's suppose all crosses are here. Okay, then Virat is going to win the game. Okay, or this way also, let's suppose all crosses are there. Okay, diagonally. So whoever forms this, okay, all crosses like this, okay, or zeros like this, okay, whoever going to form, okay, like this, that particular person is going to win the game. Okay, like this, let's suppose that simply means that particular user is going to win the game. Okay, or crosses. Okay, so whatever that particular person is using. Okay, so whoever is going to form the combination of all zeros crosses in a row, column, diagonally, right, that particular person is going to win the game. Okay, so now this is the question. Now how you guys are going to solve this? Okay, so now just think about the low level design of this tic-tac-toe game. Okay, so what are going to be the requirements for this? Okay, if you guys are want to make this game, then what are the requirements for that? Okay, so first of all, you can say that first let's create one class. In that class we will pass the player's name. Okay, we will pass the player's name, and we will also pass what that player is going to use the symbol. Okay, so this is going to be your one class. Okay, player class. In the player class you are going to pass one string that is going to show you the name of that particular player, and you are going to pass the symbol that particular person is going to use. Okay, then you can also say that these are different cells. Okay, we are going to use, so we can also create one class cells, and in cells we will show that this cell is located at this particular row, at this particular column, and in this cell what is the symbol used. Okay, so this is also one requirement. Okay, cells. Then you should also know the board. Okay, like this is complete board, so what is the size of this board, so that you should know. And board is consisting of different cells. Okay, this cell, this cell, this cell. Okay, this is one other thing, right? And now also you can have one class where you can validate, okay, when user is going to win the match or when game is going to be drawn. Okay, all that stuff you have to take care, right? So that you need to create. Okay, so first let's understand the requirements. Okay, so first is cell. Okay, so you have to create the cells, right? Cell is going to show nothing but rows, column, and the symbol. Okay, in that particular cell what we are using, the right. So this is going to be one class cell. Okay, and once this is done, okay, then let's suppose there is one more class board. Okay, so in board we are just going to pass the size, right? What is the size of our board that we are going to pass, and this board is consisting of different cells, right? So we are going to create a 2D array of cells. Okay, name board. Okay, so in this I'm just going to initialize all the cells initially. Okay, and there are some functions that we are going to use, whether we can make the move, okay, or we can also define one method to print the board. Okay, so I will discuss about these methods later on, but let's first gather the requirements. Like I need cell. Okay, and cell is going to show the row, column, and symbol. Board is going to show the size. Okay, in board I'm going to pass the size, and the different cells that I'm going to use. Then also I need player. Okay, this is what we discussed for first time, right? Before starting about other classes like cell and board, first we discuss about player, right? We need the name of that particular player and the symbol that particular player is going to use. So this is also going to be one class. Then game validator. Okay, so here in the game validator we will check now if one particular person wins the game or not. Okay, so if we are checking if it wins the game, then also in that case we have to check the rows. Okay, so if all the rows, okay, are same, okay, all zeros are all crosses, then win the game. Okay, we have to check column wise as well. Okay, we have to check main diagonal, we have to check anti diagonal. Okay, so these are all the cases of this check bin only. Okay, so I will write all these functions there. Okay, all these methods. Then also I will check draw. Okay, so in draw I will check if none of the cell is empty. Okay, none of the cell is empty, so maybe all some are zero cross. Okay, so none of the cell is empty and no players win the match. Okay, then I will just call this is draw method and I will check if no cell is empty, then just return true. Okay, so that is going to give me draw. Okay, matches drawn option, right? And then there is one more cell game. So in game, okay, game class, I will just pass the board. Okay, and I will pass the two player names. Okay, player one, who is player one, who is player two, I will pass that information. Then who is the current player. Okay, and in this I will also pass one play method. Okay, so in this play method what is going to happen, I'm going to run inside one while loop, and in that while loop it will go runs continuously, and that while loop will only stop when a match is drawn or when a particular user is going to win the game. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now, okay, before proceeding further, so I hope that you guys are clear with the requirements. Okay, and what are the non-functional requirements, you can say. Okay, so these are the requirements. Non-functional requirements, you can say that I want board size should not be fixed. Okay, it should not be 3 into 3, so it should be scalable. Okay, so maybe I can use size 4 into 4 or 5 into 5. Okay, so this is one non-functional requirement. Other non-functional requirement that you can say that you want a leaderboard. Okay, so in that particular player name you want to write how many matches he played and what is the win percentage. Okay, so you can create that as well. Okay, so in this particular example I'm not going to discuss about that. Okay, so this is also, you can say, future enhancements. Okay, if the interviewer asks you what are the future enhancements that you can do in this particular game, so you can say that you can create one leaderboard with the player names, uh, total matches played, and the win percentage. Okay, so you can also in the future enhancement you can add one chat feature as well. Okay, on top of this, like if you see games like Ludo online games, right? So you see that in top of those games there are emojis used. Okay, so funny emoji, sad emoji, okay, something like that, so you can add that feature. Okay, so that are non-functional requirements. Okay, so these are not requirement but non-functional requirement. Okay, if we need, right, in future. So that's what. So I hope that you guys are clear with the design process. Okay, now let's write the code for this. Okay, let's create the classes, okay, one by one. So let's first create the cell class. Okay, so open IntelliJ. Okay, and here create one package. Okay, so I have created this package org.tictactoe.lld. Okay, so inside this package create one class and name that class as cell. Okay, so this is my class. All right, so now inside this cell, what are the three things that we are passing? We are passing row, we are passing column, and we are passing symbol. Okay, so let's do that. So here pass, write like this, private. Okay, and here int row. Okay, and here private int column pass. Okay, and you have to pass the symbol as well, private char symbol. Okay, so these are things that you are passing here. Done. Then create one constructor. Okay, so constructor doesn't have any return type. Okay, so public and name of the class. Okay, and inside this just pass a row. Okay, and pass column. Done. And inside this just write this dot row is equal to row. Okay, and here write this dot call is equal to call, and here just write initially just pass empty. Okay, all the cells are empty, so here I'm just going to write like this. Okay, here blank. Done. Okay, from this class actually I just need the symbol. Okay, so here what I will do, for symbol you can go here. Okay, and here more actions, and here getter for symbol. Okay, public get get symbol. Okay, so here I just going to use get symbol. Public void set symbol. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and here set symbol, so I should have passed one symbol here, char symbol. All right, and here inside this just write this dot symbol is equal to symbol. Okay, done. And this is done. Okay, so this dot symbol is equal to symbol. All right, this should be small now, as that's why. All right, this is done. Okay, so now here we have created one class. Okay, in that class we are passing row, column, symbol, and we have initialized. Okay, and here after that we have defined these methods as well. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and here create one is empty method as well. Okay, we are going to use that later. So public boolean is empty method. Okay, so it is going to return true if the cell is particular empty. Okay, so we are going to create one method. Okay, like let's suppose if I want to check whether I can make a move here. Okay, so if that particular cell is empty only then I can make the move. Other pair, if that particular cell is not empty, then the other pair can make a move. Okay, so for that purpose here only I'm checking that. Okay, so from this particular cell, okay, I have to check now that particular case. So if the cell is empty only, then only make the move, otherwise don't make the move. Okay, so this is done, right? So now here we are done with the cell class. Just save the code. Now after that create one more class. Okay, and let's name this class as board. Okay, so here board. Done. Okay, so now inside this board what you need to do, you have to pass the size. Okay, so private int size. Okay, and then after that you have created the cells, right? Cell class. So here private cell. Okay, and now this is going to be 2D, right? So you have to create board. Okay, so just name it as board. Okay, now after that just initialize it. So here public and here board. All right, and here just pass the size. Okay, int size. All right, and now inside this I will just update the size. Okay, so this dot size is equal to, and here you have to write size. Okay, size. Done. Then after that new cell. Okay, this is done. So inside this cell pass the size as well, right? Okay, pass this size. Okay, done. So this is done. All right, now here just iterate over all the cells one by one. Okay, so for that purpose int I is equal to 0, I is less than size I plus plus. Okay, now inside this you have to write for one more loop. Okay, one is for iterating over rows and one is for iterating over columns. Okay, so j is less than also size and j plus plus. Okay, now inside this I'm just going to update my board of I j. Okay, is equal to, so I'm just going to create the cells, right? So here new cell, and here inside this we have to pass I j. Okay, so I'm just going to initialize the cells, right? All the cells. So what I'm doing here, we have one board. Okay, this is board, this is board. So now after that I am initializing cell here, then here this is one cell. Okay, here empty. Okay, everything is empty right now, right? This is done. Okay, so this is done. All right, so now after that what we need to do, okay, this ends here, this ends here. Okay, so now inside this we can also create one method to check whether we can make the move on this board or not. Okay, so for that purpose you have to write one method, public, okay, v boolean here make move, okay, and inside this just pass the row, column you have to pass, and the character, okay, so char symbol, okay. Now inside this you have to check na, whether you can make the move or not. So my row value, if it is less than 0, then I can't make the move, okay, or my column value is less than 0, then also I can't make the move, okay, or my row value is greater than equal to size, okay, right, so then also we can't make the move, or my column value is greater than equal to size, okay, so then also we can not make the move, okay, or if my board itself is not empty, okay, so board that particular row and column itself is not empty, then also period can't make a move, right. So here I'm going to call one method is empty, okay, so is empty we have already defined, right, we have already written this method, right, board here like this, okay, board row column, if it is not empty, okay, then we cannot make the move. So from here we have to just return false, okay. So this we have already defined, right, is empty we have defined here in the here, right, so it is going to return true if the symbol is empty, okay. So if the symbol is not empty, I'm saying, then just return false, okay, we can't make the move. But if we can make the move, so then we have to update that particular cell, right. So that is why in the cell class, okay, row column, I have created one method, right, set symbol, okay, it is there, right. So in this I'm just going to pass the new symbol that I want to update that particular cell with, right, and then after updating we have to just return true, okay, this is done, okay, done. Now after that, to print the word, okay, I want to print the word, then what I need to do, so here let's create one more method for that, okay. So here you have to write public void print board, okay, and here inside this you have to just iterate, okay, over all the cells one by one, okay. So here just copy these two, paste them here, okay, and this done. Inside this what you need to do, okay, so first of all we have to print the one, so here let's write the system.out.println, okay, so system.out.print, okay, what I'm going to print, I'm going to print board, okay, and here I j, okay, it's like a debug statement I'm adding, okay, so that it get clears, okay. So here board dot ij, so from here I will just get the symbol, okay, so I have already defined this method in the class, okay, class cell class, okay, get symbol. So if it is equal to empty, okay, if it is empty, if it is empty, then in that case you have to write if it is empty, then just represent it like this, okay, without this hyphen, okay, just represent it like this if it is empty, okay, if the cell is particularly empty. But if it is not empty, then just get that particular symbol, okay, so you can just copy this, okay, and paste that here, okay, done. All right, so this is done, okay, this is done. All right, now here inside this just write if j, okay, j value is less than size minus 1, okay, j size minus 1. So if j size minus 1, okay, so here also we have to print, okay, so what I'm doing here, I'm doing like this, okay, so let's suppose I want to represent the result, okay, so in the end this is a result that I want to show. So here if it is, if the cell is empty, then I want to represent it like this, okay, and here I want to create a lines like this here, I don't want a line here, okay, I want my output like this like this and this, then I will create one line here, bigger line, then here, then I need these two lines in between, okay, and here maybe some symbol use, okay, right. So I'm going to add these two, this now, okay, this now, so that is what I'm going to do now, okay. So if j is less than size minus 1, so here again system.out.print, okay, I'm not moving to next line, I'm just going to add here what, this particular symbol like this, okay, done. All right, so this is also done. Okay, so this is here, this done. Okay, 4j. All right, now after that, once this is done, okay, so here 1 minute. Okay, now it looks good. All right, so now here this is done. Okay, this is done inside this j, inside this j loop. Okay, so now this, now once this complete j runs completely, then I have to draw this line, bigger line. Okay, so that I'm going to write now here. Okay, so if I is less than size minus 1, then in that case you have to write again, write this. Okay, system.out.print, copy this. Okay, and here paste it here. And now instead of this, you what you need something like this now. So just draw it like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, done. Now that's it. Okay, so this is how we are going to print the board. Okay, very simple function to print the board. Okay, let's create few more functions. Okay, so public cell, and here let's say get board. Okay, so here you can write return board. Okay, so this is going to return the board. Okay, and same way if you want get the size. Okay, so here you can also write one more method, public int. Okay, maybe I will call this later on. Okay, get size, all these methods, that's why I'm writing here. Okay, so just don't worry why I'm writing here, we will use this. Okay, just like in class cell I wrote this first, right, is empty. But why I wrote it? Because I needed that here. Okay, so here if you see is empty, so that's why I wrote it previously there only. Okay, so if you don't write it also, then it's fine. Okay, so at the time of writing the code it will ask. Okay, so we can simply create the method then also, right? No issues. All right, so this is done. And here public cell get board state, get board state. Okay, so let's create this method get board state, and this is just going to return the board also. Okay, return board. So this is done. Okay, so this is done. Right, now save it. Now after that, again go to this and now create a new class, Java class, and let's name this class as let's create game validator or player. Let's create the player first. Okay, so player class is going to be very simple. We just need the player name and the symbol that particular player is going to use. So click enter here. So here just pass just write private string name, right? And also we have to pass the symbol. So here private char symbol. Okay, now this is done. Then after that we have to pass constructor. Okay, so public, and here player. Okay, and here you what you are going to pass, you are going to pass string name, and you are going to pass the char symbol. Okay, and here simple this dot name is equal to name, this dot name is equal to name, this dot symbol is equal to symbol. Okay, this is what you are going to pass. And here uh, for this you can write get method. Okay, getter for name. Okay, public string get name. And for this also, if you want to get the symbol. Okay, because here from this class we only need the player name and the symbol name. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so here we don't need setter, we only need getter here. Okay, so public char get symbol done, get name done. Okay, so this is done for player class. Okay, done. So now we till now we have created board, cell, and player. Okay, now let's define some methods. Okay, game validator. So let's create one more class, Java class, and let's name it as game validator. Game, okay, validator. Okay, and in the end we will see who is going to win the game, Virat or Rohit. Okay, we'll see that. So create class. Okay, enter. So okay, here remove the space here now click, we have to remove the space. Okay, done. Now this is done, game editor class. Okay, now here uh, we have to write all these methods. Okay, uh, check bin, okay, check win, check row, check column, check main diagonal, check anti diagonal, is row. Okay, so very simple. Okay, so first let's write this. Okay, and in this method only we are going to use all these four. Okay, public, static, and boolean. Okay, and here check win. So in this method I'm going to pass my board first. Okay, board, here board, and I'm going to pass the symbol char symbol. Okay, and here inside this size first, so int size. So from where I'm going to get size, from board. I have already written this get size. Okay, there, so I'm going to use that. Okay, and I'm just going to create a grid type array. Okay, 2D array grid. Okay, and from this I will just get the current state of the board. Okay, so board dot get board state. Okay, so I will take the board state from here, and then after getting the board state, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to check rows and column. Okay, so here I have to run first I will check the rows. Okay, int I is equal to 0. All right, and then I is less than a size. Okay, and here I plus plus, then inside this I will just check if a check row. So I am going to call this check row method. We haven't written it here yet, but we are going to write that right here in this particular class only. So check row, so in this check row I'm just going to pass the particular grid. Okay, I'm going to pass the value of I, and I'm going to pass the symbol. Okay, which symbol I'm going to check. Okay, so this is what I'm going to check. Okay, first, right? Also I'm also going to check what column as well. Okay, so check col. Okay, and in this also I'm just going to pass grid, and I'm going to pass I. Okay, and I'm going to pass symbol. Okay, this is done. So if this is satisfied, okay, so that simply means that we win the game. Okay, return true. All right, then we have to also check the diagonals as well. So for diagonals you have to write you can just simply return, and here check main diagonal. You have to check two diagonals. Okay, main diagonal and anti diagonal. Okay, so check main diagonal. Okay, and here also you have to pass what you have to pass the grid and the symbol that you are going to use. Okay, so grid and here symbol. Okay, you have to check this, or anti-diagonal also you need to check, right? So here you can write check anti-diagonal. Okay, diagonal. All right, and here you have to pass what grid and symbol. Okay, this is done. So this is done here, right? Now after that, once this is done, okay, so now let's write the code for the check row and check column. Okay, create a method check row in game editor. Okay, so if I write it here, so that's good. Okay, it is good. So it is automatically creating that, right? So here public static boolean check row, and in that we are passing this grid, and here for your reference, okay, we are checking row. So here let's use one thing, instead of I, let's use row. Okay, so that you get to know that we are going to use row only. Okay, for better understanding. Okay, so inside this you can write how you're going to check the rows. Okay, so here inside this just run one more loop for int j is equal to 0, j is less than grid dot length. Okay, and here j plus plus. Okay, and then after that, once this is done, okay, so then you have to write uh, here inside this you have to check if grid. Okay, grid, and here select that particular row. Okay, now in that particular row only we have to check column wise. Okay, row is fixed, column wise we have to check. Okay, so here I pass j, and here dot get symbol. Okay, if the get symbol, if it is not equal to the symbol, okay, particular symbol that I'm going to check. Okay, if that is not matching to that particular symbol. Okay, so in that case Okay, we have to return false. Return false. Okay, done. And if this is not the case, okay, then we have to return true. So here I'm just going to return true. Okay, this is done. So this is done. Okay, so for this is where this ends. Okay, so now this is done. Okay, now after that, once this is done, we have to we are checking for the rows, right now. After that, we have to check for the column also, right? Check column. So here I'm just going to call this check column as well. Okay, so here just copy this, create method check call, and here inside this, instead of using I, you can use column. Okay, and here inside this, what you need to do, okay, inside this again you have to write the same thing. Okay, this is where it ends. Okay, yeah, so just copy this piece of code and paste it here. Now here instead of j you can use I, because we have to check row wise. Okay, I is equal to 0, I is less than grid dot length. Okay, and I plus plus, and here grid I, here you have to write I, and here you have to write call. Okay, and here dot get symbol is not equal to the symbol. Okay, if it is not equal to the symbol, then you have to return false. Okay, and otherwise you have to return true. Okay, that's it. Okay, this is done here. Okay, all right, so this is also done. All right, and now after that we have to check the main diagonal as well. Okay, so create this main diagonal method as well. All right, so now here what we need to do, we have to write this as well. Okay, so let me just create this as well. All right, so now here how you are going to check the main diagonal. Okay, so here grid and symbol. Okay, and inside this you have to just write this for loop. Okay, for, okay, just copy this piece of code here inside this. Okay, main diagonal. First let's write the code for this one. Okay, this. Okay, so now inside this what you need to do. Okay, so you are checking main diagonal. Okay, so here just write if grid of if, and now here inside this you can write grid, and in this grid your both things are changing. Okay, okay, actually, right? So 0 0 we have to check, then 1 1 we have to check, then 2 2 we have to check. Okay, like this. So here if you see we have to check this is nothing but 0 0, this is nothing but 1 1, this is nothing but 2 2. Okay, so like this we have to check now. So here that is very simple then. Okay, I have to write. Okay, great, I and I here dot get a symbol, and if it is not equal to the symbol that we are checking. Okay, so in that case we have to just return false. Okay, and otherwise we have to return true. Okay, that's it. All right, so this is done. Okay, this is done, right? Okay, so this is done. Here what it's saying, add return statement. Okay, okay, but why we are returning false? Here I'm adding return true here. Oh, okay, I am adding a return true inside this. Now it should not be like this. Okay, it should be like this only, return true. All right, so that's what. So here also now it should not be inside this, it should be outside this for. Okay, in the for loop only I'm checking now. Here also I'm writing inside, why I'm writing inside. Okay, it should be outside now. Done. Okay, this is done. Now it looks good. Okay, now okay, this is still pending na, check anti-diagonal. Okay, so anti-diagonal, how we are going to check, we are going to check first this this is at, let's suppose 0 row 1 row 2 row. So this is at you can say 2 row 0 column, this is at 1 row 1 column, and this is at 0 row and column 2. Okay, so here if you see this 0 1 and 2, okay, it is increasing like this, and here it is decreasing 2 1 and 0. Okay, so this is the logic that we need to use then. Okay, so here I'm going to write that then. So first we should know the size. Okay, so here let's calculate the size value. Okay, so size is nothing but grid dot length. Okay, so this is done. Then after that run one loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than size, and here I plus plus, Okay, and now inside this, if you can write grid, okay, grid, and here I, okay, and here you have to write size minus I minus 1. Okay, so if I is 0, then here you are getting 2. Okay, size is 3 minus 0 minus 1, yeah, 0 2. And if I is 1, so 1 here, and here 3 minus 1 here. Okay, so that's fine, it will work then. All right, so here, okay, dot get symbol. Okay, if it is not equal to the symbol, okay, then in that case you have to return false. Okay, return false. Okay, done. Now here my for loop ends. Now here we have to add return true. That's it. Okay, so this is done. So we have written all these methods, okay, whatever used inside this check me. Okay, so this looks good, this looks good. Okay, here one more thing na. Here I'm using I, here I'm using I. Why I'm not writing I here? Okay, then so here I should change it to I na, and here also I should use I only. Okay, and same way here, if I'm using I, so here I should use I only na. Why here I, okay, for this I was using J, so that's why I copied, right? I copied from this to this, that's why I forgot to change it. Okay, so now I think we are good here. Okay, so this is done. Now anything is pending for this one? Okay, yeah, one thing is pending, right? We haven't written this is draw. Okay, so let's write that then. So let's me go here. Okay, so this is done. So now let's write here in the end, let's write is draw. Okay, so that is also very simple. Public static, and then boolean, and then you can write draw is draw. Okay, and here you have to just pass the board, and here pass the board. Okay, and now here after that you have to run one loop for int I is equal to 0, I is less than board dot get size, and here I plus plus. Okay, same way you have to run j as well. Okay, you have to iterate over all the cells actually. Here int j is equal to 0, j is less than board dot get size, and here you have to write j plus plus. Okay, this is done. And here inside this you have to check if board uh, dot get board state from that. Okay, so from here you get board state. Okay, so inside this you have to pass the particular value, right? I and j. Okay, so if when I'm getting the board state, okay, then I have to check that particular cell. Okay, if it is empty, so if it is empty, then return false. Okay, then because still game is going on. Okay, so that's why I'm going to return false here. Okay, and otherwise here your for loops end, so here return true. Okay, that's it. Okay, so this is for game validator class. Okay, so now let's just save it. So I think we are good with game validator as well. Now after this, let's write this game class. Okay, so go to your code, and here new java class, and here write game. Okay, so let's create this game class. So in this game class, what we are passing the board, we are passing the players. Okay, and we are also passing the current player, right? So here you have to write private board, and here after that private player, and here you have to pass player, let's suppose player 1 we are passing, and player 2. Okay, player 2 we are passing. Okay, and now you have to pass the current player as well. So private player, and here you have to write current player. Okay, current player. Okay, now here create the constructor public game, and then after that you have to write here player 1. Okay, and here you have to write player player 2, and you have to pass board size. Okay, so here in this game I'm passing player 1, player 2 and the board size. Okay, board size. All right, so this is done. And then after that, here you have to write just this dot board. Okay, new board. All right, and here just pass the board size. Okay, this is done. And then after that, here you have to write this dot player 1 is equal to player 1, this dot player 2 is equal to player 2, and then after that you have to pass this dot current player. Let's name it as player 1. Okay, player 1 is playing first. Here once this is done, okay, this is done here. Now after that, inside this you have to pass create one method void play. Okay, public void play. Okay, so in this method you are going to start the play the game. Okay, so here inside this, first you are going to get the input. Okay, so scanner is equal to new scanner, and inside this system.in. Okay, this is done. Then after this, you have to just run one while loop. Okay, and it is going to run continuously until one player wins the game or match is draw. Okay, until then we are going to continuously run this loop. Okay, so while this is true. Okay, so here you have to write first let's add the debug statement as well, right? So first okay, let's do one thing first. Board dot print board. Okay, and then after that system.out.println, and here you have to pass the current player name. Okay, so current player dot get name. Okay, and here you can write plus. Okay, and then after that, inside this you can pass uh, hyphen s turn. Okay, current player's turn. Okay, and then you have to write enter row and column, where you have to mark the next symbol. Okay, enter row and column. All right, this is done. Okay, now after that, once this is done, right, then here take the row and column value. Okay, so after this what you need to do. Okay, so after that you can write one if condition. Okay, here if, and here inside this if you are just going to check whether you can make the move or not. Okay, so if not board dot make move. Okay, and here just pass row column and current player dot get symbol. Okay, so inside this what you are going to do, just pass if we can't make the move, right? So if it is not symbol, right, not board dot make move. Okay, if we don't able to make the move, so you have to write try again. Okay, so for that purpose, so here just add debug statement as well, s out. Okay, system.out.println, and here you can write something like invalid move. Okay, and here you can write try, and here you can write again. All right, try again. Okay, this is done, and just write continue here, continue. All right, so now here we are checking if we can make the move. Okay, if we are not able to make the move, then we will tell the same person to again try something else. Okay, you can't able to make the move here, right? And once this is done, then after that we have to check one more thing, few more things, right? If, and here we will use the game validator. Okay, so if, let's write game validator. Okay, game validator dot check win. Okay, so in win also we have to pass board and current player dot symbol. Okay, so whenever the user in the board, whenever the user is going to make any symbol, then we have to check now whether that particular user wins or not. Okay, as soon as he draw one symbol on the board. Okay, so that's why game value dot check win board, and we are going to pass that particular symbol. Okay, that person is using. Okay, so inside this we are just going to print the board dot print board. Okay, and after that we have to write system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println, and here we have to write you can say current player dot get name, current player dot get name. Okay, and this person is going to win, so here plus, and here inside this you can write space wins. All right, this is done. Okay, this is done here, and then you have to break this. Okay, loop, then you don't need to check anything else. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so this is for win, and for draw also we need to check now. So here you have to write if game welter dot check is draw. Okay, game welter dot is draw. Okay, so in is draw what you have to pass, you have to pass just a board only, you don't need to pass this. Okay, so you have to pass just a board only, and here you have to print the board, and then you have to just write it's a draw. Then also you need to break. Okay, a draw, it's a draw, that's it. Okay, it's a draw, done. All right, so this is for draw, and we have to switch the turn as well. Okay, so if first user plays okay and invalid move, then he is going to continue. But if he's making some move, okay, and we still didn't win the game or match is not run, then we have to change the player, right? So how we are going to switch the player? So here I will just update my current player as current player. I will check now here, current player is equal to if my current player, okay, if my current player is equal to player 1. Okay, if it is equal to player 1, then in that case update value to player 2, otherwise let it be player 1. Okay, this is done. Okay, this is how I'm going to update the player. Okay, and this is done, and here we have to just close it, scanner dot close. That's it. Okay, this is for my game class. Okay, now that's it. Okay, now just you have to write the main code. Okay, tic tac toe main code. Okay, in that I will just pass the main class code. Okay, in that main class I'm just going to pass the player names and all that stuff. That's it. Okay, it's very small code, only few lines of code for this one. Okay, so here you have to write create a class, let's say tic tac toe. Okay, this is done. Now here write the main method. Okay, so public static void main. Okay, and here string, and here you have to pass args. Okay, this is done, and inside this what you have to write, you have to pass the player. Okay, so here a player, and here you have to write player 1. Okay, so who is going to your player 1? So here you have to write new player, and here you have to pass the names. Okay, so let's say Rohit was our player 1, right? Or Virat, you can take Rohit. Okay, player 1, and for Rohit you can say that you want to use symbol cross. Okay, this is done. Okay, this is for Rohit, and same way for Virat also you need. Okay, so here you can write player 2. Okay, so here player 2 is equal to new player, and here name you can pass as let's say Virat. Okay, and symbol you can pass as 0, right? This is a symbol you are going to use. Okay, this is done. All right, and then after that you have to play the game, right? So game, and from this game I'm just going to initialize the game. Okay, new game, and in this I'm just going to pass my player 1, player 2, and I have to pass the board size as well. Okay, player 2, and I have to pass the board size. So board size, let's say 3, so I'm passing the board size. This is done, right? And now just play the game dot play. That's it. Okay, so now let's run this. Okay, so that's it. Now run tic tac toe dot main. All right, so now let's see if there are any issues with the code. So you see here what it is saying. Rohit's done. Enter row and column. So let's say Rohit is making a move at 0 row and 0 column. Okay, so here see what is happening. So X is there. Okay, cross here, right? And here all are coming in same line. Okay, so here let's do one thing. Let's break the line. Okay, so how you are going to do that? So here let me do one thing. Okay, so if j is this, so we are using this. Okay, and here use print ln. Okay, before this you can add system.out print ln. Okay, so just want to make it more clear, right? So now just add this line here. Now let's run this main class again. Let's go here and again run it. Okay, run this. All right, now let's see what is going to happen. Okay, so now it is coming like this, clear, right? So now let's play this game. So it's Rohit's turn. Okay, so right now I want to add cross here. Okay, add this position. So this is nothing but my cell 0 0. Okay, so here I have to write 0 and 0. Okay, so done. See here cross. Now it's Virat's turn. So Virat, let's suppose Virat is going to add uh, 0, wants to add 0 here. Okay, so here this is going to be one row and one column. Okay, so here I will write 1 1. Okay, let's make Virat winner. Okay, when we started, then Rohit wins the game. Okay, in the starting when I gave you the example. Now let's make Virat as winner. All right, so here let's suppose next time Rohit adds cross uh, here. Okay, this position. Okay, so that is going to be 0 1. Okay, so here I have to write 0 and 1. Okay, so see here, you are seeing here, correct? Now next time Virat is going to add 0 here. Okay, so Virat is going to add 0 and 2. Okay, so 0 and 2. Okay, so Virat adds 0 here. Now next time, instead of adding cross here, by mistake Rohit adds cross here, let's say. Okay, so here I will write 1 and 0. Okay, so now Virat's turn. Okay, so now Virat has chance to win the game by adding 0 here. So let's suppose Virat adds 0 at this particular cell. So that is nothing but 0 1 2 2 comma 0. Okay, so 2 row and column 0. Okay, so now see Virat wins and program ends here. Happy, right? So Virat is winning this game. All right, now same way you can check the functionality of you can say draw. Okay, so now let me run the game again. So here let's suppose in initial turn Rohit draws here, then in the next turn Virat adds 0 here. Next turn let's suppose Virat here 0 2, Rohit adds at 0 2, and then next turn let's suppose Virat adds at 0 and 1. So now Rohit's turn. So now let's suppose Rohit is going to add 2. Okay, 2 1. Okay, this is done. Now Virat's turn. So let's suppose Virat is adding at 1 and 0. Now Rohit's turn. So let's suppose Rohit is adding at 1 and 2. Okay, so now next time it's Rohit's turn. Okay, Virat's turn. So Virat is adding at 2 and 0. Okay, so done. Now next time Rohit's turn. So Rohit is adding at 2 to 2. Now see, you will see. Oh, so, okay, okay. So Rohit is winning. Why Rohit is winning? So because this is the case, na? So all X are there in column. Okay, I want to make this draw, but by mistake, Rohit wins. Okay, not by mistake, but yeah, we want to see the draw functionality. But here you see, initially you check the Virat win. Now you see the Rohit's win. Okay, so this is good. Both are working. Okay. Now again, let me run the code. I want to show you the draw functionality actually. Let's suppose R plays first. Okay, then V players here, then R players here, then V plays here. Okay, then R plays here, then let's suppose V plays here. Okay, then R plays here, then V plays here, and then no, let's suppose V plays here. Okay, and then R plays here. Then I think we are going to draw the match, right? R9. All right, so now let's use this logic. Okay, and let's make match draw. Okay, so here again let me run it. Okay, so now here what do I want first 0 and 0, then I want 1 and 1. Okay, then after that what I want R3 is at here 0 1 2 0 1 2. Okay, so then now I want 2 2. Okay, so here I'm writing 2 2. Okay, then Virat's turn. So Virat is going to play at before that is nothing but 0 2. Okay, so here I'm writing 0 2, 0 and 2. Then Rohit's turn, so I'm want to Rohit play, so Rohit's going to play at 2 0. Okay, so write 2 comma 0 here. Then Virat's turn, so Virat is going to play at 2 1. Okay, 2 1, so let's draw that 2 and 1. So now Rohit's turn, so Rohit is going to play at v r7 at 0 1. Okay, so 0 1 0 1 Rohit is going to play. So this is done. Now Virat's turn. So Virat is going to play at 1 comma 0. Okay, so 1 comma 0. Okay, so Rohit's turn. So Rohit is going to play at 1 and 2. Okay, so now see, it's a draw. Okay, so finally we are able to make the match draw, okay, between two top players, Rohit and Virat, right? So I hope that you guys are able to understand this low level design of tic-tac-toe game. Okay, and if you guys still have any doubts, then please feel free to ask in comment section. And also, if you like this video, please share this video with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, meet you guys in the next system design video. Thank you. Bye bye.